The meeting consisted of Totosai, his bull, Moroku, Sango, Kilala, Miyoga, Kohaku, Kagome, and Inuyasha, who were both sitting in the head of the table in the dining hall once more. Looking upon everyone, Inuyasha himself began to speak. "All right, as you know, Lord Koga and his wolf demon tribe want this land and paid us a threatening visit above ground today. He threatened to kill us all down here, including the innocent people of the village nearby. I'll be the first to say we won't let that happen," the dog-god stated determinedly, clutching his fists for everyone in the room to see, while everyone else nodded their heads in agreement. "My lord, if I may make a suggestion, should all of us down here not move to another village?" Miyoga offered as he sat on Moroku's shoulder. "Absolutely not. We can't leave the human village here to die, because Koga will try to take the land whether we're down here or not, or put up a fight or not." "My lord, you say that, but we can't exactly take the humans of the village with us if we do choose to leave," Kohaku pointed out. "This area is far out of reach of most busy ones. That makes it less of a danger of being more overcome by bandits or even worse demons." "I know, but something needs to be done, and fast," Inuyasha proclaimed. "Lord Inuyasha is right. Leaving everyone above to fend for themselves is out of the question. Innocent people above and below ground will die if something is not done. So let us think. What can we do?" Moroku questioned everyone wisely. "Well, we know Lord Koga won't stand to reason, but if we have a war with his tribe, the humans above ground will have an even higher risk of being killed," Sango said while Kilala meowed in agreement as she sat on the young demon slayer's shoulder. "I agree with Miss Sango. If we do fight them, the fighting itself must be away from the humans' village," Totosai stated. I think I have an idea," Kagome trailed off shyly. All heads instantly turned to her, waiting for her to speak. She stuttered, but her hands were shaking as she did so. But suddenly she found her voice again when Inuyasha gave her a reassuring look and took one of her hands in his own under the table and held it tightly. Well, what if we brought the fight to Lord Koga ourselves? We don't know when he and his tribe will attack, and that could be honestly at any time. Coming from what we heard during the latest encounter we had today, we have an army of demons, so why don't we use them now? While the attack is going on, we'll most likely have to take down Lord Koga himself, which I can do with one of my sacred arrows. But we probably will need more experienced fighters, like Sango, Kohaku, and Kilala, and you, Inuyasha, since the army of simple demons might not be enough. We should be prepared for anything and everything," Kagome stated. Everyone seated at the table was speechless for a moment, almost an entire minute, before Inuyasha spoke up. "Kagome, that's genius. It's like you read my mind. I already sent a message to my brother and Sesshomaru and his wife. They'll be on their way and will most likely be here by morning. We can attack tomorrow night. And I'll help you purify Lord Koga, Lady Kagome, since I am a monk, and if you go with your husband, you'll easily be spotted." "Yeah, I'd agree to that if you weren't such a lecher, Moroku," Inuyasha stated flatly. "Lord Inuyasha, as if I'd do such a thing to a married woman. I'm already engaged to Sango since earlier this evening, so not to worry. I have no interest in the lady of this estate," Moroku stated, making Sango cry out in an embarrassing tone. "Oh, I knew it!" Kagome cried out. "I knew something happened between you two after dinner." "Oh, Moroku," Sango groaned as the deepest red of blush crossed her entire head while she held Kilala close to her face to try and hide it. "Well, I suppose that's that, then?" Kohaku stated awkwardly, while everyone else stared at Sango and Moroku, who looked off in embarrassment on his face when he realized what he had said. "Yes, spend this time before tomorrow at sunset getting ready for battle," the dog god stated, ending the meeting. That evening, while preparing to sleep in her new room, Kagome loaded Sango with questions on what had happened between her and Moroku, while the demon slayer brushed her hair, as the Miko herself was wearing a light green sleeping yukata, while Kilala nestled in her lap. "Okay, so he and I may or may not have been seeing each other for a while, but I didn't want everyone to know yet. But I guess that ship has already sailed now," Sango trailed off embarrassingly. "So when did he propose?" Kagome asked excitedly as Sango continued to brush her hair. "Well, it was after dinner. He pulled me aside while Kilala and the rest of you were cleaning up, and leaving to put Asagi and the other children to bed, and he took my hands in his own and said, "Sango, I love you, and you are the most incredible woman I have and will ever know. Will you be my wife?" Kagome nearly melted at the words. "How beautiful, Sango. You're really lucky to have found a man that loves you that much." Sango blushed at Kagome's words. Well, he used to be really flirtatious. He was a young monk who had lost his father and teacher to a demon attack. Moroku was able to get revenge on that demon and killed his father, and his father and Inuyasha's father had already been very good friends. They were on their way here when it all happened, but since the moment I saw him, I was kinda smitten with him. Sango trailed off quietly as blush rose to her cheeks once again. "Oh, wow, that's such an amazing love story, Sango. I'm so happy for you," Kagome gushed. "Well, you're lucky too. Lord Inuyasha adores you as if you were a goddess," Sango stated as she started to finish brushing Kagome's hair. "Well, I'm taking it slow with him at the very least," was all the young Miko could say as light blush crossed her cheeks. "So is this what girl talk is?" She asked Sango as she petted Kilala in her lap, making the Neko herself purr. "Yeah, I would think so," Sango replied. "I've never had a friend to do that with," she admitted. "It's so nice having you and Kilala here as my friends." Sango smiled at the Miko. "Well, I like it too, Kagome. We both do." "Well, we should all probably get some sleep. We have a big day tomorrow," Kagome said as she got up and walked over to the sliding door. As she got up and walked over to lay on her futon, as Sango and Kilala walked over to the sliding door. "Good night, my lady," Sango said as Kilala jumped onto the demon slayer's shoulder again. "Good night, Sango. You too, Kilala." Kagome yawned as the two left the room, closing the door in their wake and putting out the torch in the room. Kagome drifted off to sleep, and she couldn't get Inuyasha's loving smile out of her head. It made her feel safe and warm and loved. A love that was different from the love that Kaede had showed her, and in some ways better. But she knew for the time being she had much needed time to figure that out after they defeated the wolf demon tribe once and for all.